Hi, welcome. Yes, it's Chuchu Cuthbert. Today we're going to be looking at article writing. So we're going to define an article, then we look at the format of an article or the components of an article. So firstly, we're going to define it. An article is a written report for a newspaper, for a magazine, or for the internet, which means anyone can read an article and any age can read an article. For example, a newspaper article. Anyone has access to it. So what it therefore means is that it has to be having relaxed language, or it has to suit any level of cognitive development. That is, anyone must be able to read and understand your article. Let's go straight to look at the structure of an article. Now, an article begins with a headline. We can call it a heading or a topic. That's the first thing. It is written at the top of everything to draw interest to the story. That is, I first read the headline, then I'll go into the main article. Soon after the headline, we go on to the byline. With the byline, you are stating the reporter's name. That is by Chuchu Cuthbert. That is the byline. It is written above the main title or the headline. By, you state. Then the main text or detailing the story is announced by the headline. Then it follows, which means what follows after the byline is the body. Let's go back to the headline. Headlines are brief, mainly focus on the strongest point of the report. Are we together? It doesn't have to be too long. That is, we talk of 7 words. 7 words for a title, they are okay. Then soon after that, you go on to the byline, by you state. Then you go on to the introduction. We are now in the body. The introduction now, it is the opening paragraph of the article. This is supposed to respond to the 5 W's and 1 H. Who, when, what, where, why, and how. These 5 W's and 1 H are supposed to be answered in the introduction. For us to say this is a good introduction, it's supposed to respond to these questions. Basically, it has to be 30 to 35 words. That is the introduction of an article. 30 to 35 words, then you are done. That is a good and a precise introduction for an article.